Hi, everyone. For those that missed class, today was a big kind of group work day. And so the activity is still available for you to do. It's a Google Doc, but you'll just have to do it on your own, or you can call up one of your ESA buddies and I'm sure they'd be happy to do it with you. But a quick check-in was, I was wondering what was something that you missed doing that you can't because of COVID-19. And a lot of people were like friends, like going out to eat, a lot of things, and I miss seeing my family. They're in Southern California. So hopefully you turned in your first assessment, which is an LT1 assessment. It was a CER. So let's get rolling. So for the agenda is the do now, and then I'll explain the air pollution task cards, the group activity y'all did, and then closing. So for the do now, I wanted to know how everyone did on the LT assessment one, like how did it go? What was something difficult about it? What was something that went well? And so I asked for your feedback because so that each time I make an assessment, I can make it better and better and better for y'all, and clearer, or whatever you need. So it would be dope if you, like, I don't know, Discord messaged me or something and told me about how the assessment's going, reasons why maybe you haven't done it, if it's because it's daunting, you don't understand the material, blah, blah, blah. All right, so I'd love to hear more feedback on that. Okay, so we're coming into the a different section of our unit, which is we're going to talk about air pollution, because you can't talk about burning fossil fuels without talking about air pollution, right? So today we're just going to do some language familiarization. So the problem question I'm posing to all of you today is, what categories do scientists use to describe types and sources of air pollution? And so you guys explore that today on your own in your groups. So the first question I asked to get us started was to name 3 things you've done today that contribute to air pollution. And we all do it. It's how we survive. But what I did was I drove to Diamond Park this morning. I used my stove to make breakfast, and I fed my awesome fish this morning, which has a pump that requires electricity. So that runs like, 24/7 for me. So definitely I've contributed to air pollution. It was cool to see everyone's answers and to get a baseline as to like how much you guys know about air pollution. So we are gonna talk about like the different sources of air pollution and how they react to in the atmosphere. So in the breakout rooms, your goals are to become familiar with examples of air pollution, to learn language and categories that scientists use to describe air pollution, and also practice applying this language to some examples. So basically, if you go under Google Classroom and open up types of air pollution, there's a card sorting activity, and it'll look like this. So basically, you can skip this part if you're doing it on your own, but here are the different steps that I want you to walk through. And so they did it with their group members, and you'll do this, of course, on your own again. So basically, you're going to open up this Jamboard here. And there's 6 Jamboards. They're all exactly the same, but there's 6 Jamboards because for the different breakout groups. But you can just pick any Jamboard and you can start kind of rearranging and reading the different pollutions that are on here. And so what I want you to do is I want you to sort them into different categories. And I'm going to ask you to sort them 4 different times in order to explore the 4 different ways that scientists categorize air pollution. Okay, so you're going to roll through here and read through the directions and answer the questions. So this is something that you guys can do on your own. All right, and the last step here, which is the last step, is for you to use that language that you've developed and apply it to these different scenarios of air pollution, such as dust that is kicked up by a car traveling down the road, and blah, blah, blah. All right, and then you could ignore these little stop signs because it is not necessary as you're doing this on your own. So, okay, so that is what they did. And then, so I had everyone come back together, and then we just did a quick pair deck to kind of like close everything out. And that was it. And so we will talk more about primary pollutants and secondary pollutants next week. or sorry, next week. And then, so for homework, everyone was just to complete the rest of the types of air pollution activity on their own. So it was due Sunday at midnight, just like, or Monday at midnight, just as always. And then this was just your reminder to reach out to any of the ESE teachers to help you with your problem analysis seniors paper. So that is all. Please reach out if you have questions about that and let me know.